What's up, what's up, what's up? It's the By Steve podcast. It's Scotty and Steve edition, Steve and Scotty edition. It's Sunday afternoon and we've got some beef to sort out straight off the bat.
Right off the bat, it's crunch
Right
time.
off the bat, the Steve and Scotty, Scotty and Steve SAS has a problem.
Well,
Should it
I, I,
be?
I didn't think it had a problem. I mean, I thought it was Scotty and Steve if you're just going alphabetically, but obviously somebody's got an ego issue. So
Oh, definitely. I mean, I can't even remember who came up with SAS. I
I
think it
think it
might.
was me.
Really?
I think it was me in Argentina. Yeah.
But anyway, here we are, Sunday afternoon, podcast number 5 for us. And we are gonna decide whether it's the Steve and Scotty SAS or the Scotty and Steve SAS. So we have one English 50 pence coin.
Already, I'm at a disadvantage.
Exactly, because it's oh, Butterfingers, story of my life, can't catch anything. So we're gonna toss a coin, and I have the 50 pence piece. I'm gonna let you call it.
Cool,
And
cool.
we live with the consequences of what happens. So Steve and Scotty, Scotty and Steve, what would you like to call heads or
I
tails?
will go heads.
What's that
It's
look
the
like?
Scotty and Steve podcast.
There we go,
Let's
Scotty and
go.
Steve
Woo!
podcast. And that will transfer over to YouTube and Instagram and all of the things, even though I've got all the logins. So you're fucked.
All I
Uh,
do is win, 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 win.
that's fine, man. One of us has got to be at the front of the name, and one of us has got to be the good looking one. So, you can be at the front of the name.
That's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Um, and with that, we can get into our theme of today. Hit me with it, Scotty.
So, although we have done a few podcasts before, this is going to be kind of the first real one for the SAS, the Scotty and Steve YouTube channel. So, we're going to give a little introduction to each of us, what we're trying to achieve, and then the fact that when you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to achieve more, you're always going to have some haters. So, we will discuss that and discuss why we want to do what we do. So I'll hand you back over to Robin, as
No,
I
if,
am
if you're,
Batman,
if it's
and
Scotty and Steve, you
and
are first.
little Robin can tell you a bit about him, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and what he does, and what he wants out of all of this, and then I'll do it. So over to you, big guy. And I'm only joking. We're both Batman.
Yeah.
That's
Always
how
one
I
more.
roll. We're both Batman.
Okay,
Although
cool.
you're the Batman with the bat suit that's got the nipples on it, which isn't quite as good.
Can I be the Adam West Batman from like 1980, where you're like,
I was going to say Val Kilmer Batman.
I am Batman?
All right, go for it.
His impression's
Hit,
better now.
hit me with some Fletcher's facts.
I would have thought you would have gone first since it's a Scotty and Steve show, but here we are. Yeah, for those of you that have listened, you might know a little bit. I am a strength and conditioning coach. I'm a personal trainer. I deliver face-to-face and online stuff to busy professionals, but I am more than that. I am a basketball player. We play on the same team, obviously, for the over 40s. I love sneakers more than most things in this world. I have a lot of shoes over there.
I can confirm I have seen the collection. It's ridiculous.
And that's just the main lounge showing of shoes. I really enjoy my fashion stuff. I really enjoy getting dressed up. Um, and I like eating bagels a lot. Um, but that's the short version. Like I'm a big, tall, emotional, fluffy bear of a basketball player, and I am here to do a little bit more in the world. Your turn. Go.
Very nice. So I'm not a strength and conditioning coach. I'm a personal trainer and a sports masseuse. I've got my own little studio in Glasgow. Before all that, I was a professional basketball player for 10 years and then made the transition into the old fitness world, mainly because I couldn't get a real job, which is actually the truth, sadly. Um, and I am not into fashion. I have no fashion sense. It is horrendous, and I openly admit that and will get slagged for it. I used to be a little bit of a sneakerhead, but fell away and haven't really been doing as much in the old collecting of the shoes. But I'm into my outdoor stuff. I like my cold water swimming. I like doing things that basically put my life in danger. But
Nice.
some things that a lot of people don't agree with, like going bull running, jumping off of cliffs into water, jumping out of on bungee cables, stuff like that. I like all that kind of thing. I've also got my own little podcast and stuff like Steve. And what I'm trying to do is just better myself. And there's nothing to matter with that. There's nothing to matter with having what you have, but also wanting more.
I agree. I agree. I think there is a space in this world for growth and development and how, and we'll have this conversation a little bit, but like we found each other and now we've decided that we like each other enough to try and build something together. And yeah, Maxi basketball program has a lot to answer for now because whatever happens between me and you building forwards, it's all because of them.
Imagine though, imagine when I get cut the first time if I never came back.
It'd be the SA dot 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 dot
It'd be
dot
you'd have replaced me with somebody else.
tough. That would have been tough.
Anyway.
Um, yeah. So where do we go from here then? Like, talk about the haters. Talk about the haters.
Right. So
Let
I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were like, why you try to do why you try to do this? Why you try to do that? Why you podcasting social media? What? And I was like, because I want more. Like I've achieved a lot, but I haven't achieved anything that like where I want to be, and I want to really, really push it and get the most out of what I can live up to my potential. But also, and I think you're very much the same as me. Like if I become super successful, it's not
when
when I become super successful, it's not me that becomes successful. It's my friends and my family all come along on the ride with me. Like, if I was able to have all my friends working with me, or have all my friends' mortgages paid off, or have all my friends traveling and working, like that is the dream. It's like if I'm successful, my friends are going to be successful with me. Like as soon as I could afford it, Big Lee Phillips would be my videographer, you would be my stylist, Big Stu would be my security guard, Bun would just be there for slagging. Big Gordy would be my app and website guy. You know, like if I was well, when I'm successful and when the situation was right money wise, like it wouldn't just be me, it would be everybody. Like retire. I'd love to be able to retire my brothers, love to be able to give my nephews and nieces like everything they ever wanted outside of what they already get from their families, and have all my friends basically just living a good life. And that's what I want. I want to be successful, but I want to be successful so that I can take the people that are closest to me, my friends, my family, they come along for the ride and they're successful as well.
I just want more shoes.
Yeah, well, you would get more shoes. You'd have a shoe allowance every month if I. Uh,
Yeah, shoe allowance. I've
um,
already got one.
But
Like,
I think too many people, and there's nothing the matter with it. A lot of people strive to be successful from themselves in quite a selfish way, that they're not thinking about anybody else, which is fine, each their own. But when I want to be successful, I want to be successful so that I can take everybody along with the ride with me, and my success becomes their success, and then you give them the opportunity to be successful in their own right.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I think you're right in the sense of like the way that we're both wired like that, and I think it's interesting that when you have that conversation with people like the nine to fivers and the financial warriors who are just on that train of like, I need to earn this much money and I need to do this and I need to like buy a house, I need to have a baby and I need to like conform to what society says. And like, why do you put videos on the internet of like what you wear at the weekend? No one gives a shit, Steve. Like, no, they do. Like the
Yep.
seven people that like the posts like it, and that's fine. And I said to my one of my friends the other day, like across all of my podcasts now, I broke like 800 listens off 22, 23 podcasts. And I said to him, I was like, people are listening just because you don't listen, like, and you think it's a bag of shit. Like, that's fine. You can think that and you can go about your life and you can do the things that you want to do. And I think it takes a while for us as individuals to get to a point of not caring about that stuff as well.
100%. Yeah.
The last 12, 18 months, maybe 2 years, I've let go of all of that stuff so much more. Where I used to be like really a bit like, if I put this on Instagram, someone's gonna be like, dickhead. And now if they say that, cool, whatever. Like, I think you find your groove, you find your place, and I think we are really close to like finding that space that like we're both really comfortable and happy with, and it's for a community of people. Or as I put on TikTok yesterday, it's like finding your tribe, right?
Yeah.
Build your community, feed your tribe, and you feed your tribe with whether that's information, like support, fun, humor, whatever it is, like feed them with the content and the information that they want.
And there's nothing the matter with like if you've got people that don't listen and don't support because it's not their thing, but
Yeah,
there's a difference between it's not my thing and then hating on you for doing it. There's two different ways. You've got people that are just like, no, it's not for me, but good luck. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
you get people that it's not for me, and they're like, why are you doing that? That's stupid. Da 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 da.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like, well, I'm sure you do things in life that I look at and think, I wouldn't do that, but it's about how you approach it and how you go about it. You can clap for somebody without
yeah, yeah.
listening,
And
and
everyone can win.
yeah,
Everyone can win.
and there's
Like if you have
enough.
time and
There's
space.
I mean, this is going to be a controversial thing to say, but when I was doing my PT course, my tutor said, "There's enough fat people for everybody. Don't worry about it." probably not the probably not the most PC thing to say, but what he was saying is like it doesn't matter how many personal trainers there are. There's always going to be people for everybody because
Yeah,
everybody likes a certain way, everybody likes a certain thing, and there's enough people in the world for everybody to have a chunk of it, and enough people
yeah,
for everybody to be successful.
yeah.
And yeah, there's nothing the matter with not liking what we do, but there's no reason then to hate on it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And hope not hopefully. We'll prove them all wrong anyway. And then
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, what did you do?
And then
Like,
they'll be like, "Can we get free tickets for your show?" And I'm like, "No,
exactly, exactly.
no, you can buy them." And then I'll sit and when I know you're in the audience, I'm going to call your ass out and be like, "That guy there used to slag me, and he's just
Oh,
paid £200 to come and watch me talk on stage. Hi."
imagine being on stage and you're like, Jeff in row 9, CF stand up. Karen in row 56, seat 11, and get all these people to stand up and be like, you can all leave now. We've got your money.
Yeah.
Like you weren't here at the start, so you can go.
But it is interesting. Most people's um, first thought or first wavelength will always be a negative one.
Of course.
Like that's the way people are wired these days, and
Yeah,
it's like try to get people to change that. But when you see somebody's mindset change to a more supportive or a positive one, it just opens everything up.
yeah. And
And
the thing is, I think as well, like you find the thing that you find like fun, and you work on that. Like we found a space quite naturally where we were like we just bounced off each other, and I really don't remember like how we became friends.
no,
Like one day I was like, oh, this guy, he's cool. And then I was like, oh, now we're SAS, and we just found a space where we were like, oh, this is good. Like we get along, and like we've got the same mindset on quite a lot of stuff. And 2.5 years later,
yeah.
like we've got to this point. And like even when we was in Italy, everyone was like, oh, here's SAS, here's
Oh
SAS.
yeah, people know that,
Yeah,
but at the same time, then people still want to hang out with us, and people
yeah,
still
yeah,
want to get involved because we know. And also at the start, a lot of people were like, "Oh, you guys are boring." It's like, no, we do what makes us happy, and you do like I don't slag you for going out at night or sleeping in. Like I like to get up early. I like to go to my bed when I'm
yeah,
tired and sleep. Like that's just the way I work.
yeah,
But a way, I think a good way of looking at it is, so although we are similar, there's lots of things that were completely different about us. So like
yeah,
your fashion stuff, like I don't get, like I genuinely don't get it. I look at some of the clothes you wear and I'm like, what is that? But and I slag you, but I'm also
yeah,
the first person to be like, keep putting that out or keep doing that or where did you get that or what designer's that? Like I ask you about it, like,
yeah.
and I've got no clue. And I genuinely like the just for the people that are watching, Steve's tracksuit trousers he's got on right now are £175, and they're just tracksuit trousers with little flowers put on them. So to me, that is mind blowing. Like those little flowers there, like 7 of them cost £175. But that's his thing, that's his fashion thing, and that's okay. And I'm allowed to slag him about it, but also I like every time he puts up a get ready with Steve or a thing, I'll be one of the first people to like it or make a wee comment on it and support it. So there's nothing the matter with that.
No. And what I would say is that these tracksuit bottoms are the most comfortable pair of tracksuit bottoms I've ever had in my life.
They better be for £175.
And I fully understand. And I might as well. They are Amy Leon Dore. Like, they're thick. They're so comfortable, but I'm so scared to wear them all the fucking time. Like, you know what I'm like with dropping shit on myself.
Oh, I mean, the guy if MD out there can make a man-sized bib, we will plug you to death on the podcast, the social media. If you can make an SAS man-sized bib for Steve, that would be amazing.
I went on a date on Wednesday. I got dressed and I was like, "Yep, this is the fit." And then like literally turned around three times and I got toothpaste all over the front of my white t-shirt. I was like, "Oh, like need to get changed." Luckily, I got more than one plain white t-shirt. But yeah, I was like, "Have I done that?" And I'm like, "What the?" But yeah, yeah, you've seen this in full effect when I just dropped
Oh,
them.
it's 100%. It's hilarious. Like the stains collect. But yeah, you're always going to have people that are not wanting you to be successful, and then you've got people that are in your corner no matter what. And I think that's the important thing is having people in your corner.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What I would like to say is that, and I know I messaged you about this the other day, when we set up the Instagram page, like Jesse was the second person to follow it. Like, so big coach on side as always. I mean, he's like secretly the most supportive person ever
Yeah.
anyway. But
Uh, and the
yeah,
thing as well that I find on social media, like uh, dropping a follow, dropping a like, dropping a comment costs nothing.
no, it doesn't.
It takes 2 seconds, and I stress this to people all the time. A like and a comment and a share to a small business or to somebody that owns their own business means the world to us. And I can't. I stress this to clients. I stress this to like family members all the time, and they don't. I don't think they quite get it. But if you share something of ours, if you like something of ours, it really does. It makes such a big difference to the post. It makes such a big difference to the algorithm, and it generally helps us out. So in a world where lots of people are asking for stuff that costs, all we're asking is for a simple like, share, or a comment. Takes 2 seconds, doesn't affect your life in any way, but it actually makes a big difference to us.
Yeah,
So while you're listening to this, move the wee arrow over to the like button, hit subscribe, hit bell notifications, and help us out because
yeah,
when we're big and successful, we'll remember the people that helped us at the start.
yeah, yeah. We will give loads of free shizzle away for sure.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah. Not shoes though. Not giving my shoes away.
no.
Although I
Did
do
you
have some shoes that I need to
did,
get rid of.
did you have the New Balances that you had in your poster day? Did you wear them outside, or are they now house shoes?
I've had those for about 6 months, and I'm just petrified to wear them outside.
Do you not get the stuff that you can spray on them that kind of waterproofs them and water guards them? Is
Yeah,
it Crep? Crep sponsor Steve. He needs
yeah,
his
yeah.
shoes staying fresh.
It does. Oh man, those cream New Balances are. I'm scared of them. I'm scared. But I mean, it's sunny outside today. But then yesterday I went like walked down the road just to grab a coffee, and it was sunny when I left, and then it rained like 20 meters down the road. So like English weather is not built for these shoes.
Nah.
So
You need
maybe my girlfriend will put them in Abu
we need
Dhabi.
to move to a warmer climate.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, so okay, well, the one thing that we're definitely going to post today at some point on Instagram and YouTube, if we can get it sorted, is the blind reflection of each other. We agreed that what we would do is we'd do like a little 30-second synopsis of each other of what we remember when we first met each other, but we
Yep.
wouldn't do it in front of each other, so it was more amusing.
Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll both do it. Steve's basically in charge of the Instagram. I'm in charge of the YouTube. And basically we'll send them I'll send mine to Steve. Steve can send his to mine. I'll put it on YouTube as a short, and Steve will put it on Instagram as a reel. And yeah, we'll see what the initial first impression was.
I feel like yours is going to be horrendously brutal, and mine's just going to be like a fun day anyway.
Well,
Um,
it's hey, being honest is the only way.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Being
So we
honest is the only
will.
way.
I think that'll do us for today on the introduction stuff.
It
Uh,
will be. So I hope you've enjoyed the Scotty and Steve podcast.
Oh, it
I'm never going to get tired of saying that.
does have a
So
bit. It does flow off the tongue actually better than.
okay. So I'll hand it back over to Big Steve for the outro because that's what he
We
does.
will catch you all next week, maybe. All
Yes.
right.
Have a good one, people.
Bye.
Oh,